92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Today's second date update is a shocking one. And I say that because the dude on the phone named Daniel didn't meet his date on an app or anything. He actually met her in real life.
Is that the shocking part? Oh,
I know.
Yes. Okay.
It's crazy. He emailed in and said he met a girl at Chipotle.
What?
Standing in line. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't realize that people actually met that way anymore. So this is going to be very interesting. Daniel, what's up, man? How are you?
Hey, pretty good. And you guys?
Pretty good.
Apparently, it's like we're talking to a ghost, like a person of the past who's here in the future.
Yeah, I guess it's weird for people to meet in person nowadays.
Yeah, it is. How does that happen? You just like exchange words with someone?
What? They made eye contact even, I bet.
Wait, like their face looked at your face?
Yeah, I need more information, Daniel. What's the name of the girl you want to call today?
Her name's Jill.
Jill. All right, and tell us about how you met her.
Well, basically, we were just standing in line at Chipotle together, and if I'm completely honest, she's got a hot body, dude. Like, she's got lots of curves, and I mean, it was funny because I noticed her, and she was right behind me, and I just asked. I was like, "So, what are you getting today?"
Oh my God, you were bold. You just turned around and...
Yeah, well, I was basically just trying to be more smooth. I was asking her what foods she was getting and what she likes.
Oh.
And turns out we're both getting bowls.
Nice.
And then it turns out we also both like black beans.
No way.
Wait a second.
Soulmate.
Wow.
I didn't even know there was another option at Chipotle.
Yeah, there is.
Okay.
Of course.
Sorry.
Bro.
Yeah, you can get refried beans. So us both getting black beans is just crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. It's meant to be.
Are you being
You guys both
sarcastic?
you bonded over black beans.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, and then she commented on my T-shirt. I had a picture of a baseball player hitting a ball, and underneath it said touchdown. So she
That's kind of funny.
said that was funny, and the fact that she has a killer body and a sense of humor.
She's got everything. Killer
Yeah.
body. She likes black beans just like you, and she appreciated your T-shirt.
Oh,
I
man.
mean, I think your wedding vows are written right there.
I mean, something's going on because it was just too much stuff lining up. I had to go for it.
So
Okay.
wait, did you guys go sit down together at some point, or did you just talk briefly in line?
I didn't ask her outright then, but after our little exchange, I just hung out by the napkins,
Okay.
and she came up and was like, "Oh, you again." So then I asked her out right there.
And you're like, yeah, I've been hanging out by this napkin dispenser for like an hour. It took you so long.
How are your black beans?
So you asked her out right then, and I'm assuming she said yes?
Yeah. And
Dope.
so we had a date the same night.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. We ended up walking around the mall. I got to learn more about her.
Awesome.
And I found out that she was in a long-term relationship until recently.
Oh
Okay.
my God, I'm glad you added that last part.
Until
I
recently.
was like, that's a
Yeah.
buzzkill.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been good if she was in a long-term relationship.
Yeah,
No.
that might be the reason she's not calling you back if she was.
Might be a big reason.
Yeah.
To me, though, I like the fact that she was in a long-term relationship until recently,
Why?
because usually girls that are single for a while, usually there's something wrong. Maybe they're crazy or needy or desperate or all three.
So wait a minute. Aren't you single? How long have you been single?
2 years.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So maybe
this
you're
is
a little
like one of those
crazy and
pot calling
needy
kettle
and
black situations.
all that stuff.
No, I'm a dude that's different. I can be single. It's fine.
Oh,
only
it's different.
girls.
All right.
I liked you for a second. I liked you before that statement.
Good logic.
Come on, how can you not admit that that's true?
No, it's not true at all. That women have to be in relationships to not be crazy. Like none of that makes sense.
Yeah, I don't see the problem. Like it makes total sense.
And
We're different.
That
Did you
is
tell
the
her?
issue.
Did you tell her that on your date? You're like, I'm glad you've been in a relationship for a while, because otherwise you'd be crazy.
No, I didn't tell her that. I just told you guys that.
Okay, good.
We went to a movie together, and we ended up kissing after that, and
Okay.
things were cool.
Okay.
Yes, that's good.
But since then, has she not been talking to you?
I mean, she has. I've called and texted afterwards, and she'll respond, but never to the ones where I'm asking when she's available next. So that's where I'm a little confused, and I need you guys to help me out with this.
Okay.
Well-
You can't think of any reason that she doesn't want to go out with you again?
No. Everything was cool. She liked my sense of humor. I liked her sense of humor. hot body, I don't see what the
Hot
problem was.
body.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Do you think she caught me staring at her hot body a few times? Because, I mean, I was staring, but I don't know if she caught me.
Oh my
Could have been.
God.
Maybe you're staring a little too long at the hot body
Yeah.
and then it creeped her out. I don't know, but we'll
Just even you saying that is creepy every
body.
time.
Yeah.
Hot body.
We'll
Hot
play-
body.
we'll play a
Be
song.
attracted to somebody without being creepy.
we'll play a song and then come back and call her and get your second date update, all right?
All right, cool.
Okay, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Right in the middle of a second date update, and if you're just joining us, we're about to call the perfect woman. She likes black beans, she's got a hot body, and apparently she just got out of a long-term relationship. The perfect woman. At least according to Daniel, who's on the phone for a second date update today. He met a girl named Jill at Chipotle. They were standing in line and they bonded over the fact that they both like black beans. That was the big thing. She's
not
dating
crazy.
material and
According to
she's
him.
not crazy, because any girl that's single for a long time is usually crazy.
But only girls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
only girls though, not guys.
Because he's been single for 2 years.
All right, Daniel, I'm about to give her a call. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready, but I didn't say all of them are crazy. Some of them are needy, too.
Oh my
Oh, yeah.
God,
Crazy
Daniel.
and needy, my
Your
bad.
hypo-
Or needy.
Your hypocrisy knows no end. Daniel, have you ever thought, I mean, I'm guessing no to this question, but maybe she's not calling you back because she just got out of a long-term relationship and doesn't want to jump into another relationship.
Nah, I think there was just too much that was good. I mean, she had a hot body. We liked the black beans. Everything you guys said already was true. So
Yeah.
Man, it does sound like you had a deep connection. You're right.
I think it was probably just too much good stuff all in one day because, I mean, everything was so perfect. She was probably like, wow, I met Mr. Right.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's what it is.
Overwhelming.
Just a little bit shook
Yeah.
from that experience. All right,
Scared
well,
to call Mr. Right.
I'm going to dial her phone number right now and find out if that is the issue, okay?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Hello,
Hi, may I speak to Jill, please?
this is Jill.
Jill, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Hi.
Hi. Do you know what that is? Do you know what Brooke and Jubal in the morning is?
Well, I think it's a show.
Yes, it is.
All right,
it's a
Jill.
radio show. Have you ever listened to us before?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Okay, good. It's good. It's good to like not really be sure about that. That speaks highly of us. I'm calling you today though because we got an email about you from somebody who listens to our show.
Are you sure you have the right number?
I'm pretty sure. We do a segment called the Second Date Update. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up not calling them back after, they can email us to get you on the phone and ask what happened. So we got an email about you from Daniel.
Okay.
Okay.
So what does he want?
Well, he wants to know why you won't commit to going on another date with him.
Oh,
He told us about when he met you. He said that he really liked you. He thought you guys had a good connection, and he's just confused.
yeah. He seems like a really nice guy, I think, and he's pretty cute. I just, it's not really about him right now. It's about me. I know that sounds lame, but
No,
just being honest.
Kind of stereotypical.
he told us that you had just gotten out of a long-term relationship, and I suggested that maybe you just weren't ready to enter another one, and that's why you weren't calling him back.
Yeah. I mean, it's not that. Can I just be honest?
Yeah,
Sure.
for sure.
Well, I was in a long-term relationship, but my boyfriend just received a prison term, and so he's going to be locked up for, I think, 3 years,
Ooh.
Okay.
Wow.
a minimum. And so it's just making it really weird for me right now.
So wait,
Sorry,
are you
yeah.
single or are you still with prison guy?
So when he went away, we were still together, but he said, I'll be in here a while, and he doesn't really want me to wait on him, and he wants me to be happy, which is totally the guy that he is, and I get it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I met Daniel the next day, and I was like, okay, well, maybe I'll see. It's a nice guy, and I don't know. Let's see, but I'm just still not sure.
Okay. So you kind of still have a boyfriend.
Well, I want to be open. It's just a little complicated.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would imagine.
So you did like Daniel, though. You thought he was like a good dude. It's just that you have a ex-boyfriend sort of still boyfriend who's locked up right now.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. It was nice being, out and having fun and not thinking about all of these other crazy things. And we had a good time.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Jill, I also have to let you know that Daniel is actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
What?
Yeah, he wants to talk to you. And this is not a collect call. There's no time limit on it either. So you can talk to him for a minute if you want to.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk to him?
Are you serious right now?
Yes, I am. Unless you hung up. Daniel, are you still there?
Yeah. Hey, Jill.
Hi.
So why didn't you tell me about this before? I mean, that's a concern for me.
Concern?
Well,
Can you tell me how big this person is or how tall they are? Or...
How big? Are you going to fight him?
Are you scared? What are you saying?
I mean, your dude's in prison. Like, that's just, I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, Phoenix, he's in there for 3 years, so...
Yeah, but is it like a white-collar crime or a blue-collar crime? Is he tough? Or
I mean, you're really strong, so, you don't have to worry about any of that. I can tell you're a tough guy a little bit, and I felt really safe with you, so,
You can square up with him.
Huh.
He sounds worried.
Okay.
What are you worried about, Daniel? You worried about, like, you start dating Jill and then in 3 years gets out of jail and then...
Yeah, comes right after you.
his name's Phoenix. I mean, this sounds like a really tough dude. I don't know anybody called that.
He's a really nice guy. He's super sweet. He got caught up with the wrong crowd. It's nothing that you should worry about, Daniel. I had a really good time with you, and I know that if anything ever happened, like, you'd be fine. You've been in a knife fight at least once, right?
Oh,
What?
what did you say?
A knife fight?
For real?
No, I've never been in a knife fight. Why would you ask me that?
I mean, the world is a crazy place. Anything could happen.
Yeah, but you just said a knife. Like, that's the kind of stuff that happens in prison. I'm not trying to be in knife fights all of a sudden.
No, knife fights happen outside of prison, too. They can happen anywhere. And, that's how people usually end up getting locked up in the first place.
Oh,
Well, now we got a little
Now we're maybe
backstory.
getting a little information on why Phoenix is locked up.
Oh, dang.
Jill, I can't tell if you think knife fight is a positive or a negative for Daniel. Like, what's the best answer here?
Well, he seems like a guy that can handle himself.
Hey, newsflash. I can't handle myself in a knife fight. I'm just telling you.
Is that a deal breaker for you, Jill?
No, I just think he's tougher than he thinks.
Okay.
You can do it, bro.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
up
We
for
believe
it?
in you.
Could you give me his whole name so I can Google this and do some research afterwards?
I don't even know his last name.
What?
What?
What are you talking about? Like, he has no last name?
I'm sure he was born with the last name. It's just he never told me the whole time we were dating. He'd never used a last name.
you see, we're dating for like 2 years.
This guy sounds nuts. I don't know what to say.
Jill, would you like to go on a second date with Daniel? We'll pay for it. He's got to bring his own knife, though. We're not paying for the knife.
I would.
You would?
I would.
Oh.
Yeah. Seems like he's a little shy, but he's also like strong and, just in case anything gets rough out there in the world, I feel like he could protect me.
Oh, my God.
Okay, Daniel,
Uh,
what do you think, man? You got a second date.
I think he just peed himself.
I might have to think about it. I don't know. I don't know.
Are you scared
Come
to say
on.
no, Daniel, or are you really contemplating this?
Well, things have changed because there's another component to this. So I'm not saying no. I think you have a lot of good attributes. Like, your body is amazing. I just need more time to think about this.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, Jill.
Jill, does that work for you? He's going to think about it a little bit?
I mean, yeah, Daniel, you could think about it, but don't wait too long. You know who's coming out soon.
Yeah, don't wait 3
Don't wait
years.
too long because otherwise Phoenix will be out and looking for you.
Yeah, I'm not so sure. I'll do I'd better go now.
All right. So we'll let you go then.
Bye.
We'll see you later. Good luck.
Man.
Brooke and Jubal.
Do you think landscapers are good at manscaping? Good question. I don't know, but I do know somebody who might know. Her name is Olivia, and she's on the phone right now for a second date.
What?
And apparently she went out with her landscaper. So we're going to answer that age-old question in a moment, hopefully. What's up? What's up, Olivia?
Hey, how are you guys?
Oh,
I'm
man,
all right. How are you?
Olivia, it set you up to really be the,
I thought she was the manscaper.
what would you call it? The critic of the hedges? I don't know.
Olivia, you hold all the knowledge when it comes to landscapers and manscaping, and we're going to ask you that question in a second. Hopefully you know it. I don't know how your date went, but your email said that you went out with your landscaper?
Yeah, I actually hired this new company to do my landscaping, and when Austin is his name, when he showed up, I was like a little, pleasantly shocked.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds like a bad romance novel come to life is what it sounds like.
I know. It's like so cliche, it really is. But he was young and so good looking, like just like muscles and oh my gosh.
Oh my God, you're getting hot right now. How much younger is he?
I would say he's at least 5 years younger than me. We never really talked about his age, but
Okay.
Not crazy younger,
Yeah.
though. It's not like you're 50 and he's like
No.
18.
no. He's definitely a man, like for sure.
Man through and through.
Real
She
man.
can barely say that. Oh,
So-
a man.
How did you end up getting a date with him? Did you hit on him while he was working on your house, or you hit him up later?
No, I did. I kept staring at him from my window, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Creepy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like total stalker or something. But he was getting hot, like literally and physically. And I was like, I was just invite him in for a drink.
Of course.
It's hot out here. You want some lemonade? You want oh boy, how did my top fall off? That's unfortunate. I got to learn to button buttons better. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, it wasn't lemonade. It was Sprite. Totally different.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
One's carbonated, one's not.
Okay, so anyway, he came in and flirting led to him literally.
Wait, what? Hold up. First day on the job, you hooked up with the landscaper?
I did. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I
Man,
did.
you've got some...
This is an adult film now.
Yeah.
I'm in the wrong line of work, too. So is this the date then, or did you guys go out?
No, he left, but before he left, he was like, hey, you should come hang out at this bar. You know, I'm going to hang out with my buddies, but you can come by. We'll play pool. I was like, why not? So later that night, I met him at the bar.
Oh,
Okay.
so you guys did have hangout time.
Yes. We played pool. His buddies were there. They were really cool.
How did he introduce you?
He just said, this is Olivia. I mean, there was no pretense or just kind of like, oh, we're hanging out.
I was wondering if he put you in like the client box or if he put you in the friend box.
I think it was like the friend box.
Okay.
Yeah, you just said Olivia.
Okay. So you hung out with him at the bar, and did you like him as a person too, and not just a piece of landscape meat?
Well, I mean, yeah, he was cool. Like, it was just really casual and fun, like kind of like adventurous. Like, I never do this, but I was like, why not? But then he disappeared. Like, we're having fun, couple drinks in, buddies were really cool, like I said, but I was like, where did he go? Like, where's Austin? And they had like, I don't know. And I didn't want to be like uncool, like I'm the old lady here hanging out. So I just kind of like sat back and thought, okay, he'll come back. Half an hour later, no sign of him. I have no idea where he went.
So he just ditched out? Did you text him?
So I texted him and nothing.
Nothing. You haven't heard anything from him since then?
No.
So wait, why are we calling him though? Because I feel like you should just chalk this up to like, awesome, lived out a fantasy, let's move on with life.
I kind of I kind of want to do it. I don't know.
You want more? You want more of Austin? That's fine. That's understandable.
Yeah.
Why not just book a regular like Tuesday for Austin to come by your house and do the art and you?
Oh my God, I totally thought about that. But I'm like, that's just embarrassing. Like,
Kind of
no,
past that
I can't.
point.
Yeah,
no.
that's desperate.
Okay.
That's creepy.
You're like
Right.
paying him now.
Yeah,
for it?
yeah, exactly. Can you just come hang out in my yard so I can stare at you through the window?
Do you have any idea why he would have ditched you?
No, that's why I think something's happened, and maybe he's embarrassed, or I don't know.
Okay, well, we'll play a song, come back, and then get your second date or ditch.
Okay.
Oh my, would you look at that? My shrubbery is getting long. And there are just leaves piled throughout this yard.
Oh,
Why, I wish I could get someone to come over here and blow those leaves out and maybe trim my shrubbery.
Did somebody call a landscaper? Sorry if my leaf blower was a little too loud there, ma'am.
Oh my, well, you did startle me with it. But might you be able to work on my weeds too?
Yes, I can, ma'am. Oops, looks like I trimmed a little too close and I just weed whacked your pants off.
Oh dear, it looks like you did. How are we gonna handle this situation?
I got an idea.
I got an idea too.
is that another weed whacker, or was that them making out at the end?
I think that was them making out. I'm not sure,
Okay.
but that is play-by-play of Olivia's first date. She's on the phone for a second date, and she wants to call a dude named Austin. Austin is a landscaper. He showed up to work on her yard, and she had very lustful eyes
Oh, man.
and invited him in for soda, and then they hooked up. They also made plans to go out later that night to a bar, and she showed up to the bar. He was there with his friends, but at a certain point, he just disappeared, and she hasn't heard a word from him. So we're about to get him on the phone and find out what happened. You ready to go, Olivia?
I'm ready.
Oh, God.
my.
Yeah, after that reenactment, she's got to be ready. It's like you lived it all over again, didn't
Yeah.
you, Olivia?
Yeah. A little bit.
What's the worst possible scenario right now?
They didn't like me, that he just was like, just changed his mind.
Yeah, maybe he thought it was cool when you guys hooked up, and then he had to hang out with you at the bar, and maybe he just didn't click with you.
Yeah, but that's so low to just leave. I hate that.
All right, well, let's find out. I'm going to call him right now and see if we can get your answer. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, may I speak to Austin, please?
Yeah, speaking.
Austin, how are you, man? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning, the radio show.
Brooke and what?
Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a morning radio show.
Okay. I kind of don't listen to the radio, so I've never heard of you guys. Sorry. But
No, it's all good, man. I'm calling you today, though, because we actually got an email into our show about you.
what?
Yeah.
Weird, I know.
It's a segment we do on our show. It's called The Second Date. That's where if you go out on a date with somebody and then end up blowing them off, they can email us, and we'll get that person on the phone and hopefully find out why they're not calling them back. And you recently met a woman named Olivia.
Oh,
Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah?
okay. Wait a minute. She emailed you about me and her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She told us about how you came over to work on her house because you do landscaping, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah, apparently you do more than that.
Yeah, we
Full
heard,
service.
we heard you are hot.
Yeah.
look, but like, why would she call the radio show?
I don't know, because she wants to see you again.
Yeah.
She said she really enjoyed your initial experience with her when you came over to work on her house, and then she said she liked hanging out with you at the bar, but you just disappeared, and she hasn't heard from you.
I mean, yeah, but I just don't get why she would want to make this business public.
She needs our
I
help.
don't think that she's ashamed by any of it.
Okay, no. That's not what I mean.
What do you mean?
I mean, I just don't know why she would want that out there. But all right.
Sounds like it was fun.
I mean, it was until we were at the bar later on, and we were shooting some pool, and I went to go get some another round of drinks, and this guy comes up to me. Never seen this guy before in my life,
Okay.
but he bows up on me, and he says, "I know you slept with my wife."
Wait, what?
Wife?
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, what? I don't know what you're talking about. This guy says that he followed her to the bar from the house, saw her hanging out with me, knew that something had happened,
Whoa.
and like I was like I was questioning it. Like, is this guy messing with me? So I asked him some questions. I asked him a little bit about the house. He knew everything about the house. He knew everything about the lawn. And I.
Wow.
But
So
that is
you
really
think
weird.
Olivia is married?
Yeah.
So why would she call us? I now have the same questions that you do.
Yeah, why would she want this out there? What the?
And that's what I'm saying. I have no idea why she would want this out in public unless she, I don't know.
But there's got to be more to the story because she would have seen, I mean, if she is in fact married, I don't know for sure that I even believe that yet. If she is married, she would have seen her husband at the bar talking to you.
Thing is, the pool is in its own area in the bar, so it's like in another room. So she might not have actually seen him.
That would be
Oh, wow.
so weird for him to just approach you and not approach her. Like, what kind of self-control do you have to have?
Now, I don't know. Maybe he did, but he was basically just talking to me, and he threatened me. He basically said, you're not seeing her anymore. You're not talking to her.
What?
He basically said that I couldn't landscape at the place anymore.
Oh, damn. You lost a client, too.
After all that, I don't want to get any more trouble with my job, so I took off. I was out.
Yeah, understandable.
But why didn't you respond to her text messages like, hey, I'm not writing back because you have a husband?
I'm not getting in the middle of that. Again, I didn't mean to get in the middle of it in the first place, but after I met the guy, it's like, no, I'm not going to be texting with his wife.
That
she
is
can't
awful,
be.
Austin.
I feel like she can't be married if she's willing to do a second date with us and everything else.
There's got to be more to the story.
I don't know.
I know who does know. It's Olivia, and she's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
We want to talk to her.
Unless she's hung up.
What?
Olivia, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
What are you doing?
I'm not married.
Really?
I don't know what you're talking about or who you're talking about.
Are you 100% sure?
Are you sure?
I mean, yeah, I'm not married. Why would I call them? If I were married, that would be stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty stupid unless you think you're getting away with it. I mean, your husband knows.
I don't have a husband. I'm not married.
Okay, wait, are you divorced? Do you have a crazy ex-boyfriend?
Have you hooked up with anyone else?
I don't know who this guy is.
But he knew everything about you.
In the house.
This dude is 5'10". He's got brown hair. He was wearing a plaid shirt. He's got a tattoo on the forearm.
Does it say Olivia?
Literally, you're describing every guy at the bar. I mean, that's like, I'm not married. I have no idea.
Well, I don't know. It just seemed legit to me.
Look, Austin, didn't we have a good time? I mean, that's what you should be thinking about. It was good, right?
That part of it, yeah, but your husband also saw that too.
What?
What?
He saw? He was watching.
What?
When he was talking to me at the bar, he said, "I saw what you did."
How could he
Whoa.
see?
Apparently, they got some sort of drop cam in the house, and he saw it.
Oh.
Olivia,
what?
are you married?
He set up a camera?
What do you mean he set up a camera? It sounds like you know something, Olivia.
Yeah, who's he?
No, I mean, that's not what I meant.
You are lying.
You're married.
You are lying.
No.
You are cheating on your
No.
husband.
I just meant, who's going to set up a camera in general? I mean, he set up a camera? Who does that? That's what I
Shame
meant.
Okay,
on
it sounds,
you.
Olivia, like you just slipped. That's what it sounds like.
And how dare you put Austin in that position?
And us.
It's not what you think. It's complicated.
Oh, is it? Okay, so now
makes sense.
things are starting to come out a little bit because you misspoke there.
You cheater.
Olivia.
Oh, man.
Don't try to paint me as this bad person. You don't know me.
Oh.
Okay, but we don't know you.
Yeah, but
Because
you're
we thought you were just single, living in a house, hooking up with the landscaper, and we find out that you have a husband.
You have no idea what my life is like, and it's complicated. There's more to the story.
Well, don't bring other people into your mess. Keep your mess to yourself if it's that complicated.
You know what? If you were in my shoes, you would have done the same thing.
Okay, so now you're admitting it. You have a husband.
No.
Get a
You
divorce.
just you just said you would have done the same thing, which means that you cheated on your husband with Austin.
No, that I
man.
slept with a hot guy is what I'm saying.
While married.
Yeah.
I'm not playing your stupid games anymore. This is over.
Oh my God.
Hello?
Wow.
B.
Hey, Austin.
I am sorry,
Wow.
Austin. I
Yeah,
am sorry
so-
for doubting your story.
Sounds like she's sure married, and that dude you talked to was her husband.
Listen, like I'm usually all for that kind of stuff, but I don't.
Austin, don't say that.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Oh, that is crazy.
The thing is, Austin, you think about it, there's videotape of you out there now.
Oh, gross.
Oh, see, I just don't want to get in trouble with my job. That's the thing. And if my boss found out that I did that again, then he'd be totally upset.
Again? Again, Austin.
Oh, Austin.
Yeah, man, I think you maybe have learned your lesson now.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when you go out on a date with somebody you really like, you do something that is just out of character. You know?
Oh, yeah.
You tell yourself, I'm not that type of guy, and then you end up later on being like, I can't believe I did that on a first date.
What?
Why are you being so creepy?
What's the music?
Well,
Yeah.
That's what Rachel said. She sent us an email and said she did something that she never does on a first date with the dude that she wants to call today. Rachel, what was the naughty little thing that you did?
Well, I don't know if it's like a naughty little thing, but I had sushi for the first time.
Ooh.
Wait, you ate sushi was your naughty thing?
It?
Jubal.
Well,
Whose sushi was it?
I guess the naughty part, I don't know if you want like the long or the short version of this, but it wasn't my most graceful moment.
Oh.
Okay. So you've never had sushi before. You had it for the first time on this date.
Right, yeah. So
Okay.
I meet this guy at a bowling alley. Friends of mine are having a birthday
Hold
party.
on, let me stop you right there. You didn't eat sushi at a bowling alley, did you?
Yeah, that would be a really bad mistake.
Okay.
That is
Whoa.
risky.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say that is super risky.
No. I wasn't a strong bowler, and I sort of just hung out at the bar with another friend of mine, and like there was another guy with his friend there, and he asked me out, I gave him my number, and then he invites me out on this date. So immediately I start like looking up the guy on social media just to get a sense of like if he's a chainsaw murderer or not, you know?
Right. Right. You're doing
It's always
you're
good.
doing your due diligence before you meet up with him.
Exactly.
Did you find something weird on his social media pages?
No, I got even more nervous because I'm looking at his social media and there's like pictures of him. It looks like all over the world, like hiking in Fiji
Oh,
and
no.
canoeing and
So now you've like built this guy up in your head even more.
right. He's like the Dos Equis guy in my mind. You know?
That's pretty cool. You went on a date with the Dos Equis guy.
What were you feeling leading up to your date then?
I got nervous and I just wanted to sort of be impressive. So when the idea of sushi was proposed, I didn't admit that I hadn't ever done it.
Oh.
I was like, that sounds great, of course.
You're like,
I
of
love
course, I haven't had
sushi."
sushi since I was traveling in Japan, hiking Mount Fuji.
Right? Yeah.
Oh.
So yeah, we go, and then finally I'm looking at the menu, and it's Greek to me. I'm sort of
No, it's
like,
probably Japanese.
No, it's an expression.
I'm like subtly looking for like the word cook, and I'm not finding it.
You're like, I'll have the teriyaki chicken. Thank you very much.
I talked to my girlfriend, and she was just like, dude, just order the teriyaki chicken. Well, this place is so, like, it's Japanesey that there is no teriyaki chicken, you know?
It's a sushi place.
Okay.
So I admitted to him, I was like, you know what, why don't you just take over with the ordering? I'm going to be honest. I've never had sushi, so whatever you think is like the best introduction,
Oh, that's
I'm
great.
totally open to.
At least
I
you
bet
were honest.
I bet he'd be excited about that. You know, he gets to show you something new.
Mm-hmm.
So then he's like ordering eel rolls, and I didn't know like people ate eel. It just, you know, it seemed
Eels?
weird.
That's a tough one for your first time.
Yeah, and these bites seemed like outrageous, and he's gracefully eating sushi. He's putting the whole thing in his mouth. So of course I tried to put the whole thing in my mouth, and immediately I'm like, oh God, no, please, I can't. Like my cheeks are as big as they get. I'm covering my mouth with my napkin because whatever is in there is like trying to push its way out.
Oh, man. So did you spit it all over the table?
No, the first attempt ended up in my napkin.
Oh, yeah. And you can't do that low key. Like, he knew, right, that you spit it
No,
out?
because he's like studying me as I take my first bite of sushi. You know?
God, all intent.
The chopsticks were awful. Like, I don't know how anyone feels full eating with these toothpick things. Like, I don't get it.
Well, how did everything end with you guys? Did he seem just disgusted that you didn't know how to work chopsticks, or?
No, I tried to, like, distract him with the chat, and so we started talking about celebrity encounters.
Oh, cool. Did you have any impressive stories to share?
Yeah. I got caught smoking weed by Tom Hanks backstage at a concert when I was younger.
Oh, that's rad.
That's cool. He seems like the kind of guy that would have just sat next to you and smoked some weed with you.
Oh, my God.
He was super cool. I felt like I got busted by my dad.
Totally. He's like the most lovable person on the planet, too.
He was great. Yeah, he was super great.
I think that's an impressive story.
That's what I would have thought until we got to the end of the date and went out of the restaurant. And I thought he was going in for a kiss, and I leaned forward, and he planted one on my forehead.
Oh.
That's
That's like a parent kissing.
Yeah, that's how I feel, too.
That's what it felt like a kiss-off kiss in a way, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, but maybe he just doesn't kiss on the first date.
You know, I thought maybe he just wasn't attracted to me and, you know, all of this stuff. But then why did he ask me out, you know? So I said, I was like, you know, I had a great time, and I'd really love to do this again.
Yeah.
And he said, sure.
Hey!
Oh, okay. So you got a kiss on the forehead and a sure.
Sure. Still a yes, though.
Yeah, that's
It
usually not a
depends.
good sign.
Yeah, you got to think of, like, is it like, sure, like excited, or like, yeah, sure?
It was like, it was the equivalent of the kiss on the forehead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So there was
sure.
some reason that he was already planning on blowing you off.
I don't know what the nail in the coffin was, because now I'm looking at it and I was just like, oh my God, was it all of it? What was it? You know?
We'll find out. We'll play a song, come back, and then call him and get your second date, all right?
Cool, thank you.
Okay, hang on. Right in the middle of a second date, and if you're just joining us, Rachel is on the phone, and Rachel hates sushi. And probably all fish now, because sushi may have ruined her date. If you didn't hear the first part, Rachel met a dude that she really likes, and they went out for sushi. She's never had sushi before, and it didn't go very well. She ended up spitting some of it out.
You know, I'm just going to say, I think it's really lame if this is the reason he's not calling you back. Because you tried something new. I think it should say that you're an adventurous person for even giving it a go.
Well, thank you, Brooke. I'll take it.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Hopefully he feels the same way.
Maybe he doesn't. He's like, no. I only date sushi connoisseurs. We'll find out. Let's dial the phone number right now. Here we go.
Cool.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Billy, please?
this is Billy.
Hey, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay. Hi.
Hi. Are you familiar with our radio show?
Yeah, I'm not a listener, but I know who you guys are.
Cool. Okay. You're like a lot of people then.
Yeah.
Well, I'm calling you today because Rachel wanted us to call you. Do you know a Rachel?
I do know a Rachel.
Cool.
Sorry, what's this about?
Did you go out with a girl named Rachel to eat sushi a little while ago?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. And have you been calling her back or texting her back since?
I don't really know that it's any of your business.
That's
Well,
valid.
I mean, yeah, that is valid. It's really none of our business, except Rachel emailed us because she's wondering why you're not calling her back.
Okay, well, what are you, like her brother or something?
No, but I wish I was. She seems nice.
Yeah, she does seem really nice. That's weird.
No, we do a segment on our show called The Second Date. So Rachel wants to know if she did something wrong when you guys went out.
Oh, God. Okay.
She said really nice things about you. She thought you were really awesome and that maybe she's the one that screwed everything up.
Well, what all did she tell you exactly?
Well, she told us that you guys went out to sushi and she has never eaten sushi before. And she thought she might have embarrassed herself because she ended up spitting out some of her food and couldn't use the chopsticks. And then she told us at the end of the date, you kissed her on the forehead and she asked if you guys could go out again. You said, sure. And then that was it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. The sushi thing, like, it was just a awkward situation to begin with, but I don't know. At the end of the day, I just, after having gotten to meet her and get to know her a little bit, I just didn't really think that she's the type of girl that I'd really want to date.
The type of girl.
Like anti-sushi girl or more than that?
No. What all did she tell you exactly?
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Okay. It sounds like something crazy happened that she's leaving out.
No, nothing crazy happened. It's just like we had sushi. It was like awkward and weird, but we got through it, and we ended up like exchanging, celebrity encounter stories.
Oh yeah, she did tell us that.
Oh,
she told us
I forgot about that.
She told us the story about her getting caught smoking weed by Tom Hanks.
And you don't like that?
No, I don't know. I actually thought that was cute. She told me that, and she also told me about another encounter that she had with a hugely famous person that, I don't know, it just kind of unsettled me a little bit.
What was it?
Did she get caught smoking weed by Guy Fieri, too?
That is unsettling.
You guys are hilarious.
Sounds like we're killing you over there, so thank you for the compliment.
You are kind of.
Okay. In a bad way.
So whatever her story was, you didn't like it?
No, it kind of freaked me out a little bit. She hooked up with a hugely famous person.
Awesome. Who?
Was it The Rock?
She wouldn't tell me who. She told me that she went to this person's concert, like, the mid-2000s, some R&B performer, really popular at the time. She was telling me all this stuff, but she wouldn't tell me who he was, and she ended up hooking up with him. So, wondering, A, why is she not telling me who he is? And B, mid-2000s, R&B performer, hugely popular, who else am I going to think? She's talking about Usher, right?
That's who I thought immediately. That was the first person
Yeah.
that came to mind. I'm like, she's the confession.
That's what I was thinking, yeah. I was thinking Usher or Keith Sweat. Either one is pretty cool.
Keith Sweat.
Yeah, I mean, for one thing, I'm not really interested in dating someone who sleeps with pop stars, but for another thing, everything that's come out about Usher in the news lately, I'm not really interested in rolling myself into an STD, if you know what I mean.
Why not? They can be fun, dude. They can be fun.
Hold on, all of you right now. She tells you that she hooks up with a major celebrity. You assume it's Usher, and then because he apparently has herpes, you think that she has it.
That sounds like pretty good math.
That is a huge leap, man.
It does kind of make sense.
That is like jumping off a cliff. You are giving her an STD and you know no actual factual information.
Okay, the fact that she gave me was that she slept with a hugely popular R&B star in the mid-2000s. So
it can only be Usher.
No, you guys, there's other
Who else
big
was there?
You guys don't know.
Who was that?
Oh, that's Rachel. She's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Yeah, first of all, I never said who it was. So for you to assume that you know and then make more assumptions?
Okay, well, why didn't she tell me who it was?
Because it's none of your business.
You're the one that brought it up.
Well, because we were talking about celebrity encounters, but it's not like...
How much fun is the game of celebrity encounters if you don't say who the celebrity was?
That's true. I hooked up with a famous person once, not going to tell you who.
I'm really aghast that you presume to know who it was, and by that think that you know my health. Get out of here, honestly.
I will say sometimes I have heard that some people have to sign non-disclosure agreements before they actually do the deed with super famous people.
Look, I never said that I did the deed. I said I hooked up. That could mean kissing. That could mean whatever. See, you're assuming too, Brooke.
I just assume hook up is the same as, getting it really on.
Well, maybe you're a little more fast than me.
That is probably true, Rachel.
Yeah. Well, I think if you're kissing Usher, it's only leading to one place. How do you walk away from that and not do it, even though he has herpes? Whatever.
She never said
it's Usher.
I never, ever said it was Usher.
Okay, fine. So who is it then?
Tell us. Like, if it's not a big deal, if you only hooked up and kissed this person, who is it? R. Kelly?
No.
Is it Neo?
Oh, Neo.
No.
Neo is
What?
sexy.
No, I'm not going to play the guessing game. It was a funny story. I thought it was a funny story of me being a stupid kid, and now it's just become like a Guess Who episode and assumptions about like how fast I am.
I think more than anything, people just want to know who it is because none of us have ever kissed or whatever with a celebrity.
Yeah.
Well, you should be more charming.
Rachel,
A lot of people
wait.
have said that to me over the years, and I agree with you completely. Why can't you just say who it is, though?
Leave Rachel alone. She doesn't want to say who it is, okay?
Thank you.
It has nothing to do with whether or not she has an STD. He made a huge assumption off of no knowledge, and that's not fair to her.
Okay,
Thank you.
fine. Fair enough. Fair enough. But I will assume that she has STDs.
In general.
That is just rude.
Wow. I mean, that's who you are. That's the assumption that you make about people. No, you know what? You're disgusting. You think you know it all. You don't know So I'm happy to never, ever see you again.
Well, don't speak too soon, Rachel. We still have to ask him if he'll go out with you again. Billy, would you like to go out with Rachel on a second date? We'll pay for it.
Yeah, will you guys pay for my Valtrex prescription as well?
Oh, my gosh. You're an a-hole.
You're a pig. You're a total pig.
Oh, Rachel, I am so sorry.
That's what they use to treat herpes, right?
Yeah, we get it.
Yes, everybody got your joke, Billy.
Funny how you seem to know everything about herpes. Now who has herpes?
Yeah, very good point, Rachel.
Yeah.
Very good point.
You could make this so easy if you just told us who the celebrity was. Like, you really got
None of your
yourself into
business.
this
And it's
situation,
obvious that
Rachel.
if we ever were to go out again, you would never let this go. So I'm not interested at all.
Oh, my gosh.
Man.
That was...
Okay. Well, sorry, Rachel. Definitely not a successful second date.
No.
And look, we all respect your privacy here. You don't have to tell anybody who it is. But if you do want to text me privately later, I'd be interested.
Stop it. Just stop it.
His email was just hilarious to me.
Really?
It just started with, I date hella,
What?
and I've never been blown off.
Oh,
So I need your help.
Oh, my
this guy.
God. Yeah. I mean, we already all have an opinion of him, right?
His name is Wesley. What's up, Wesley?
Hey, what's up, guys?
Not much, so you date hella, huh?
Hella. You know it.
Now, that wasn't a joke, right? Wesley, you're being serious on that one.
I'm a aficionado of dating. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so you go on a lot of dates.
Yep.
I don't think that that's probably a good sign, is that you're going on a lot of first dates. It's usually that you get a lot of second dates is probably a better sign, Wesley.
It's not the way my first dates go.
Oh.
All right.
Okay,
Your first
sure.
dates are
Yeah, that's
successful, at least according to your email. You said you've never been blown off before, ever.
Never.
Really?
Not one time. Nope.
Okay, so who's the lucky lady who popped your cherry? Is that too much for being blown off?
This was months ago, and my memory is kind of like hazy, but I met this girl, Christy, at a friend's house party. So we had mutual friends. I never talked to her before that, but we met at this party, and, I use a line that works well.
Is it that you date hella?
It worked on us.
That is how I date hella, absolutely. So I use this line. I know a lot of guys have lines, but the line I use is I say, why don't we come back to my place, because I make a banging quesadilla.
What?
Okay.
It doesn't
Do you
take-
actually make the quesadilla, or that's just a line?
I make it from scratch.
Wait.
Secret ingredient, barbecue chicken.
Oh, that sounds
Okay, wait,
amazing,
but
actually.
you're telling me a quesadilla is what wins women's hearts over to come back to your place?
Yes. And some of them, they're like, oh, I'm not eating sugar. I'm on keto. I'm on paleo. I could do keto quesadillas, gluten-free,
Wow.
whatever you need.
All right.
You're the quesadilla master.
That's it.
So I guess dudes should take note.
Yeah.
You know, all you got to do is be able to make a quesadilla, and you can get any woman you want.
Hey, seriously, though, if you offer a drunk girl a quesadilla, there's no way she's saying no to that.
Okay. You know
No
what?
way. Did you offer a drunk me a
He is right.
quesadilla? There's no way
Yeah.
I'm saying no, man.
I think you're basically taking home anyone.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all right. I'm interested right now. I'm not even drunk yet. So, is that how you met Chrissy? Then you used the quesadilla line?
Yeah, and we ended up hooking up that night.
Mm-hmm.
And, God, it was so long ago, I can't even really remember. We ended up hanging out a few times after that, and then We kind of lost touch. I don't really. I told you guys I date a lot, so
Yeah, we get it.
I can't remember why we stopped talking. I don't think there was ever like a conversation where we said, all right, we're done. It just kind of went away. And
Why are you thinking about her now?
I was on Facebook, and you know how when somebody's profile pops up, it says, somebody you may know? It was her.
And you're like,
okay.
I remember that girl.
Yes, she is so hot, and I can't remember why I stopped talking to her. And a girl like that, I have no idea why we would have stopped seeing each other. Between having fun and her being just piping hot, I can't. I don't understand.
Okay, so you just want some answers.
Absolutely, yeah.
And can I ask you, since it's hard for you to remember, how many girls are you currently hanging out with right now?
I have 2 on the reg right now.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know. I mean, and here's the thing. I really don't even want to be exclusive with her. I just kind of want her back on the rotation, back on the regular.
All right.
What kind of offer is that?
Good old rotation.
Yep.
I mean, maybe she's got her own rotation going and it'll work for her, but have you contacted her?
I tried texting her because I still had her number, and, no response.
Okay.
Okay.
Wow. I mean, this is really a love story. I cannot wait to get her on the phone and say, remember the guy who kind of remembers you?
Every time we hung out, we had a really good time. I don't even think if you asked her if she had fun with me, I guarantee her answer is going to be yes.
Okay.
So why do you think she's not texting you back then?
Honestly, I really don't. I can't put my finger on it. I really don't know.
Huh. I could put my finger on a couple of things for you, but I'll just leave those to myself.
I bet you would like to put your finger on a couple things, huh?
Okay.
I like to put my finger on those quesadillas. They sound good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll play a song and then come back and call her and get your second date update, okay?
Sounds good.
Yeah, man. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
The stomach is the most romantic organ in the body. Because the old saying goes, the way to a man's heart is through the stomach. And apparently, the way to a woman's pants is through the stomach as well.
I guess it depends on what direction you're going.
Wesley is on the phone with us, and he has a signature move when he meets the ladies. Apparently, when he's out at the clubs or partying or whatever, he says that they should go back to his place because he makes a killer quesadilla. And the way he described them actually sounds pretty delicious.
Yeah, right?
Jubal actually was into it.
And apparently it worked with somebody named Christy, but now she's not calling him back. He also says that he dates a bunch. Like, he's constantly dating. He says he's got 2 girls that he's dating right now. And he was hanging out with Christy for a while. Then she sort of dropped off. He doesn't remember why. He tried to text her a little while ago because he saw her picture come up in his suggestions on Facebook, but she never texted him back. And that has not happened to Wesley before, ever in his life. Is that right, Wesley?
Oh, yeah.
And I have to ask you, Wesley, are you honest with these women about what your intentions are? Like, you'll tell Christy, I don't want a serious relationship. We just want to have some fun.
Brooke, you know what? I could tell that you don't like me.
No.
I could tell.
I think it's fine as long as you're honest with your intentions. I think it's fine to date around as long as you don't tell someone that you're looking for more or pretend like you're in a relationship with them.
I disagree. And you know what?
You disagree.
If you weren't as old as you are,
Wesley!
no.
Oh, you're coming for me like that, huh?
you would be into this if you were younger. You'd be totally into this kind of dating.
It does not have to do with age. I'm just asking if you're an honest person. That is an ageless thing, Wesley.
I'm pretty honest. I don't like to lead people on.
All right.
Okay,
Rude,
yeah.
though, because I'm in my 30s. Thank you very much. But whatever.
All right. Well, I will dial her phone number right now. Here we go.
Cool.
Hello,
Hi, is this Christy?
speaking.
Hey, Christy, how are you? This is Jubal from the radio show Brooke and Jubal in the Morning.
Hey,
Hey,
what's up? Like, what's up?
not much. You listen to the show ever?
Yeah, I've heard it sometimes, but why are you calling?
Well, have you ever heard a second date update before?
Is that the one where like people call in and then like they haven't heard from someone or something?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, and that's exactly why I'm calling.
Yeah, what?
Well, you went out with a dude a while back, and you're not returning any of his text messages or phone calls, so he emailed us to see if we could get you on the phone and find out why you're not getting back to him.
Are you sure that was me? Because honestly, I haven't gone out with any guys recently.
Yeah,
So...
I guess I shouldn't have said recently. I think it was actually a little while ago. I'll give you his name, and then you can tell me if you remember going out with him. His name is Wesley.
The quesadilla guy? Do you remember the quesadilla guy?
Met at a party.
That guy.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Do you remember the guy that took you home and made a quesadilla and you got...
Yeah, he's a douche.
Okay.
Oh, dude.
All right, so...
Big douche?
No, I don't know what's going on.
And you hung out with him a couple times, right?
Yeah, no, I did. Honestly, I'm kind of upset about it.
Really?
That you hung out with him for a while?
Yeah.
Did you get his text message from the other day? He said that he was thinking about you and then texted you to try to get together again.
God.
That's a yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
So wait, why do you regret hanging out with him? He hurt your feelings or?
He's a jerk. Like, he's seriously such a jerk.
Whoa.
How?
I just, like, ugh. Like, what did he tell you about our interaction? Like, what did he tell you?
He said that you guys met at a party. You went back to his place for quesadilla. Really good quesadilla, I guess.
Yeah, no, it was good. I can't remember, like, what was in it. It was, like...
He said it's barbecue chicken that he uses.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
all right. Yeah. It was really good.
We can talk about dating him, or we can just turn this into like a food segment about quesadillas. I'm down with either, whichever you want to do, Christy.
He did say that you're very hot.
Yes. And fun.
He actually can't even remember why you guys stopped talking.
Well, that's good. He didn't say anything about his birthday.
No, were you guys hanging out on his birthday?
We'd hung out a few times, and he's like a doofus, but he was charming.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like hanging out around the time of his birthday, and a couple days before, I decided that I liked him. I thought he was cool. So I made him this birthday card. I like made it by hand.
That's cute.
Yeah, I mean, I liked him. I wanted him to know that I liked him. And when I gave it to him, he laughed and said, "Oh, whoa, you obviously care way more about me than I care about you."
Whoa. Wow, dude.
Ouch.
Oh.
So yeah, all that bad. And then he kissed me on the forehead.
Ooh, ouch. Yeah, that sucks.
That's not cool.
That's like saying bless your heart, but
Pat on the head.
Honestly, it was not great. But quite frankly, like, even though it was like harsh, he was being honest about it.
Yeah.
He even like, we had a conversation afterward, and he was like, you know, I save my feelings, so you may want to save yours for somewhere else.
Whoa,
It was like really harsh, but in a weird way, I had some respect for him because he was at least being honest.
Yeah.
So
Totally.
quite frankly, the fact that he's calling in now because he can't remember pisses me off.
Oh, does it? Do you want to talk to him?
What? No.
Well, he's on the other line listening and wants to talk to you, so you could talk to him if you want.
Christy,
Wait, he's
what's up?
Are you kidding me?
What's up? You didn't text me back.
Did you hear anything? Did you hear anything
Yeah, I
that
did.
just said? But you heard
I
all
think
of
it's
this
hilarious.
And you're still saying, Christy, what's up? Are you kidding me? You think this is hilarious? You think it's hilarious that you can't remember why we're not talking to each other?
I don't know. I just think it's funny. I'm sorry.
What? Oh my God, you are such a jerk. You have
Maybe
so
a little
little respect
card.
for me that you can't even remember?
I mean, now that you mention it, yeah, I guess I remember. Okay.
Oh my God. No. So what do you even want from me? Like, I don't really understand what you want from me.
I
Do
mean,
you think we should go out again?
I want to see you again. I really do.
No, you don't, dude. No, you don't.
What makes you say that?
Dude, you already tried texting me, and I ignored your text. Get a clue.
Yeah, I figured maybe you just forgot to respond. I don't know.
I didn't forget to respond. What you did on your birthday was inexcusable.
You're still upset over the birthday card thing? Don't you think you're overreacting a little bit?
Oh, wow.
No, I went through all of that effort to make that card for you, and you just treated me like I was your like little pet. I feel so stupid.
Look, I didn't ask you to make me a birthday card, all right? That kind of came off a little clingy and a little desperate So that's on you. I'm sorry.
Oh, so every time somebody does something nice for you, that's clingy and desperate, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I would have been just as happy if we did the same thing we did the night before. But no, you had to go make it all emotional with feelings and sprinkles and crap.
Oh, my God. This is just like nonsense. Like, this is talking to a lunatic.
I am so turned on right now. Get it out, please.
Turned on.
You're turned on? What are you turned on by, Wesley?
No.
Guys, just listen to how intense and passionate she is right now. Oh, I can't get over it.
Oh, man.
Ew, are you kidding me? You are gross.
Come on.
Disgusting. Come on, you. This is disgusting. You really think that this is working?
I do feel like, Wesley, you're kind of delusional.
Yeah.
Well, you're old. You're not into this. Christy, I heard you tell them that you had a good time with me, that we hung out, it was all good, you loved my quesadillas.
Yeah, I did like the quesadilla back then, before I realized what a jerk you are.
Talk dirty to me. I love it.
What?
Get angry.
God, no. You're ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
Oh, my God. I'm so sorry, Christy.
Can I please get off the phone? This is weird.
Well, in just a second, I need to ask you a question. Would you like to go out with Wesley again on a second date? Yeah, we'll pay for it.
Yeah,
Oh, my
absolutely
God.
not.
It's like you have two Wesleys on the phone right now with you, Christy.
What'd you say, Christy? I couldn't hear you.
Not a shot in hell. Really.
Oh, yeah, Wesley, I was surprised. I thought you were gonna turn her around to your side.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I'm actually very surprised that the guy on the phone for a second date update today isn't getting a call back.
Really?
Because he could be the worst person on the planet, and no matter what, an American girl will call him back. You know why?
Yeah.
Because he's an Englishman.
Yeah, I knew he'd have an accent.
Yep. And so he could be a murderer, and they're still like, I don't care. The accent is so hot. I have to go out with him again. His name is James. James, how are you?
Well, I'm good, mate. How are you?
Not too bad. Thank you very much for emailing us and agreeing to do a second date update.
Absolutely. I'm glad you can help me out, maybe.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, I'm surprised that this girl isn't calling you back. I'm guessing, how long have you been in this country?
Couple of years, just 2.5 years now.
Okay, and I'm guessing in your experience, it's probably pretty easy in the bars and the clubs when you meet girls with that accent, isn't it?
Yeah, there's not been a problem so far.
Yeah, I know.
I had an English guy hit on me once. He was so ugly, and I was still flattered by it. I was like, oh my God, he likes me. He's talking to me.
And she's married, so.
Yeah.
I did have to turn him down because of that, but whatever.
So you're not getting a call back from a girl. Her name is Sarah?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, and how did you meet her?
We actually met through Tinder.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
And, I mean, it's not something that we do very often, although I do very often. But, I met her through Tinder. We agreed to meet up. So I drove over to pick her up. And we went, downtown for a couple of drinks, had something to eat. We spent a couple of hours together. It was good. We had a really good time. She was really cool, like really easy to hang out with,
Let me ask you a question. For a guy like you, who has an accent that American women love, is it annoying? Do they sit there and harp on it the whole time? That's what I picture happening. It's like, oh, it's so cute,
That has been the case a couple of times, but like Sarah was just, she didn't really even pay that much attention to it,
Yeah.
It was kind of cool.
And I do feel like if you're a more well-traveled person, you're probably not going to care quite as much.
Right. Yeah, she seems really, really, really cool. I'm shocked.
What did you like about her so much?
Like I said, she was just really easy to hang out with, like you mentioned about other chicks that like, harp on the accent or always talk about themselves or, always, she was really easy to talk to. She listened to what I had to say. So the stuff that she had to say was really interesting. It was like a quality date, It was like we'd known each other a couple of months or something.
Was there like one moment during the date where you're like, she's definitely into me?
Definitely into me?
Yeah, like a moment where she showed how interested she was.
I mean, it seemed like that from the very start,
So why do you think she's not calling you back then?
I honestly don't know. The only thing, this is going to sound stupid, but the only other thing that I can think about is that I just bought a new car, and my parallel parking skills are not really up to par.
Yeah, that's.
It took me like 5 or 6 times to get into the space, and then Like, I was freaking out about that, and then at some point she even asked me, she was like, do you need me to do that for you?
Do you need me to get out and help you park the car, you little Englishman?
I know. I was like well embarrassed, you know. And then you know, I tried to explain about the other side of the road is not doing me many favors, blah blah blah. Anyway, I get out of the car and then I'll walk into the restaurant and I forget to open the door for her to get out. So,
okay.
You know, if that's something to go by, then I don't know. That might be the only problem.
That is a terrible feeling when you're on a date and you're having trouble parallel parking because then you just start to get hot under the collar and you're embarrassed and you're just like,
awful.
And it's always in front of a crowded window of people, too. So it's not just your date watching you, but about 200 other strangers.
Right.
So the only thing that you can think of that might have gone bad on your date is the fact that you had trouble parallel parking and didn't open her door.
Yep.
That seems silly, though. That was at the beginning. How did the end of the date go?
It was good. Everything was great. You know, really, it was really great. Full of smiles, full of happiness. There wasn't one awkward moment during the night where no one had anything to say, or you know.
Did you guys kiss?
Yeah.
You did? Okay. What kind of kiss, though? Like a real quick peck on the lips or a full...
I mean, just a little bit more than that. You know, it wasn't anything, you know, hot and heavy, but you know, it was a good night kiss.
And what was the last thing that you guys said to each other?
I said, I'll be in touch, and she said, okay, that'd be great.
Okay, and has she responded at all to any of your text messages or phone calls?
Not one.
Nothing?
And how many times have you tried to reach her?
I've texted her like 3 or 4 times and called her twice.
And did you tell her, like, oh, that kiss made my heart skip a beat or anything like that?
No, I didn't say anything like that. I mean, I met the girl on Tinder, you know?
Yeah, not exactly going to be like, I think you're the love of my life from that kiss.
Right.
All right, well, we'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, hang on.
Cheers, mate.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Hello, love. And welcome back to today's royal edition of the second date update. I'd be your host, Jubal Flag, and today we're talking to Sir James of Update. He went out with a lovely young lass he met on Tinder. Took her out for drinks, hoping that later he'd be able to show her his throbbery.
Wow.
But he was unsuccessful in getting the knickers on the floor back at his flat.
So that's what
So
they
now
call it.
he is on the phone wondering what went wrong. And James, I never asked you, what is your occupation? I would assume chimney sweep? I never...
Oh, yeah. Thanks for that. Yeah. I work for Mary Poppins, and I've got a smoking car called Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, too.
James is on the phone. James is English, yes, so of course I have to mess with him a little bit because it's weird to us Americans when we hear an accent. Ooh. Yeah, but he did go out with a girl named Sarah, and Sarah isn't calling him back, which is weird to me because I would think any guy with an English accent or Australian accent in America
Or
just
accent.
kills it. Yeah, accent and Vietnamese accent,
Yeah,
whatever. Any sort of accent usually does very well with the American women. But she's not calling him back. He thinks the reason that he's not getting a call back is because he had trouble parallel parking.
Oh.
So much to the point where she was like, hey, do you want me to do it for you? And then he didn't open her door. But that's the only thing you can think of. Other than that, they had a great time. We're about to call her and find out if, in fact, he did something wrong on the date. James, you ready to go?
I am.
Can I ask you one question, James? You don't fall into the stereotype of bad British teeth, do you?
No, that's a myth. The whole thing is a myth. Like, we don't all walk around like Austin Powers, you know?
I went to London before, and I wouldn't call it a myth, but I'm glad that you're not there.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
All right, well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now and get your second date update, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right, here we go.
Hello,
Hi, can I speak to Sarah, please?
this is she.
Hey, Sarah, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I'm good.
What's going on?
I'm at work. I'm good.
Just calling to check in with some of our listeners. Do you listen to the show?
Yeah, no, I listen to you. I'm just shocked you're calling me. Just kind of random.
Any idea why I might be calling you?
Honestly, no.
Well, the reason I'm calling you today is one of our listeners sent us an email about you.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's somebody that you went on a date with recently. His name is James,
Oh, God. Okay.
Okay, and so it sounds like you know James. He says that you guys met on Tinder and went out for drinks and had a fun time, but you haven't been answering any of his phone calls or text messages. So he asked us to get you on the phone and ask if he did something wrong.
Oh, God. Okay, look, I don't know if I need to do this on the radio. Like, I don't want to embarrass him.
You don't want to... Well, that's okay. He wants to be embarrassed. He's the one that emailed us.
I think he wouldn't really appreciate me calling him out on it.
Okay, but we talked to him, and he's prepared to hear anything that you have to say.
Is he on the line right now?
If you're worried about embarrassing him, I mean, he's asking for it, basically. He said he's okay with that.
And I have to know this explanation because he sounds lovely with an accent. I don't know why you would turn this dude down.
Yeah, see, that's exactly the problem. I don't buy it.
What?
You don't buy what?
I don't buy his whole I'm British thing.
Well, you think
he's faking it?
I studied abroad. I lived in the UK for a couple years. I think he's faking being British because it's something that works. And we met on Tinder, so you can be anybody on Tinder. It's true, though.
Why do you think you think the whole accent thing, everything is just a lie?
Absolutely.
Whoa.
Was there like a hint when he was talking that you're like, oh, gotcha?
I mean, you said you talked to him. Didn't you hear it for yourself? It's pretty bad.
I thought it sounds like he's English to me.
Hey, can I have a little dicky bird now? Can I have a word or what?
Wait, is that him?
Yes, it is. He's actually on the phone. You asked me a second ago, and I didn't answer you on purpose because James is on the other line listening.
Oh, my God.
Hello, Sarah. How's it going?
See, are you listening to that? Hello, Sarah. How you doing?
It sounds legit to me, Sarah.
I mean, it is legit. It is legit. I don't know what you want. I mean, I could show you my passport. I could, give you my national insurance number. I could, I mean, I don't know what else you want me to, what do you need to see?
Yeah, I'm sure you could show me your fake green card and your fake passport and your fake everything else.
Yeah, because I've got all the time in the world to sit around and generate fake copies of documents so that I can meet girls on Tinder. You really, I mean, come on.
That's exactly,
the most stupid thing I've ever heard.
Exactly what I think you're doing. No, it's exactly what I think you're doing.
Wow, Sarah, paranoid much love.
Oh, way to be all patronizing. That's going to make me want to go out on a second date with you.
I mean, at this point, it's really, it's I mean, it's neither here nor there now, is it? I mean, you think I'm a complete fake, so I might as well just go box to the wall,
Yeah, I don't think you're fake. I know you're fake. And you're laying it on pretty thick with the whole parallel parking job. Oh, I can't park the car because it's on the right side of the road. It took me 5 to 6 times. I could have
That's a
parallel
pretty good accent, Sarah. That's a pretty good accent. You should try faking it and meeting people on Tinder.
Okay. Just give it up. Your accent is so fake.
I don't know what else to tell you. I've got nothing else to go with. This is me. I've never.
Come on, just give it up, dude. And you have really two perfect teeth for somebody who's British anyway.
I mean, and this is crazy. I've never heard anything like it. Yeah. You need me to call my parents in London or something? You can have a little word with them. They can tell you who I am.
Oh, sure. I mean, I'll call international. Hell, we can Skype if we want to. And they can sit there, oh, Papa, cheerio. Who's this? Are you dating James? Oh, she sounds lovely, James. Let's invite her over for tea.
All right, see, now we're crossing the line. This is outrageous, Sarah. I don't know what the it is you want me to do, but, I mean, this is just bloody ridiculous, mate. And if anything you say, I'll do to prove to you.
I don't know how to get you to prove that you're faking it, but there's just something slightly untrustworthy about you.
Wow. I don't know, mate. I don't know. I'm at the end of my tether now.
Sarah, I'm confused. You liked him on the date, right?
Well, I liked him when I met him on Tinder. Until then we met in person and he started faking the British accent.
I don't get this. Why would I fake a British accent? You've already said that I'm a pretty good-looking guy and I've got perfect teeth and I've got, everything else. So I wouldn't really have a problem getting dates, would I? I mean, the accent...
That's just it. You're attractive enough on your own. I don't feel like you have to lay it on that thick. You do have nice teeth and you are attractive, which is why you don't need to fake the accent because you have some other stuff going for you already.
What are you talking about, Sarah? Are you a dialect coach now or something? I'm English. I'm from London. Crystal Palace. SW16. What else do you need to know? I mean,
James, it doesn't sound like Sarah is going to believe you no matter what. For the record, James, I believe you that you're British.
Convinced.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, what neighborhood are you from?
I just said that. Crystal Palace.
Oh, sounds made up to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Google it. Google it.
Oh my God,
Google it.
Sarah.
There's a football team. There's a football team. I lived right on Church Road, right opposite the football stadium.
It would be called Church Road, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Right, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Sarah, I would love to ask you if he'll go out on a second date with James. I don't think he can drop the accent because I have a feeling that it's real.
Just
Are you willing to go out with him again?
Sarah, do it. Don't sabotage this.
Yeah.
Nope.
What?
I can't. No, I can't. I'm not going to waste my time with somebody who wants to be a charlatan and lying to my face. And I don't need that. I don't know how he's convinced you guys, but he certainly hasn't convinced me. And I wasn't born yesterday. I'm not going to waste my time.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe you're doing this.
You are having a laugh.
Sorry, James.
Unbelievable.
No second date for you, man.
I don't know what to say, Sarah. I don't know what to say. You know, you missed out, love. You missed out.
That's all right, James. I'm sure there are plenty of other girls on Tinder that be happy to drop the knickers for you anytime.
Wow. This girl. Wow.
Well, thanks a lot for your time, both of you. We appreciate it. Sarah, better luck on Tinder finding like a real American guy who's not faking it like James is.
I'm not faking this thing.
Oh,
listen
what?
to me. Hey, listen up, right? Listen. I'll send you, just for shits and giggles, I'll send you everything. My passport, my green card. I'll send you everything just so that you know. You know? I mean, I'll show you the tattoo of the Union Jack on the end of my if you want.
I hope you actually have that.
That would be
Moving 92.5. Second date update.
We got an email from a guy who says this might be the most horrifying thing to ever happen on a first date.
That's intense.
That's a big promise to make
Yeah.
for one of these. So, I don't know. Did he accidentally go to a boy band concert? Or did his vanilla latte have soy milk instead of almond milk?
No.
I mean, I could only imagine if that happened to me. It'd take me years to get over it and be open to dating again.
Yeah.
But
Makes sense.
we'll see what it is with one of our listeners named Andrew. How you doing, Andrew?
I'm doing all right. I'm really grateful that you guys are so willing to help me.
Okay, it sounds like you're working against destiny right now.
Possibly. I'm open to you telling me the truth.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
So what's the name of the woman that you want to call today? Is her name
Her
Destiny?
name is Caroline.
Oh, Caroline.
Close, Jeffrey. Very
Almost.
close. How'd you meet her? How'd you meet Caroline?
We met at a barbecue through mutual friends. We were hanging out, and it's a nice little barbecue, and she's just a lovely person. I mean, first time I saw her, like, I couldn't put my finger on it, but she kind of looked like the sister of a celebrity, you know? Like, she had, like...
Did you?
That is a funny thing. I've never heard anyone use that before.
Did you tell her that?
I kept that to myself because I didn't want to make her feel self-conscious in any way, you know?
Yeah.
But,
Whoa, you look like Jennifer Aniston's sister. That doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So is this the date? Yeah. Is the barbecue the
No.
date?
So we hit it off there. We wound up exchanging numbers.
Where'd you guys go? What'd you do?
We went to one of my favorite restaurants here in town. It's Italian.
Nice.
My family is friends with the owners.
Ooh, humble brag.
Yeah, I know, right?
I just want to throw that in
I know
there.
the chef.
No, I pay for my check. I'm not going in there trying to get a bunch of free stuff.
Okay, good.
Okay. So how was dinner?
Dinner was great, but the story kind of got a little uncomfortable on the way to dinner.
Oh, okay.
So I picked her up, and on the way to dinner, we were stopped at a four-way stoplight, and out of nowhere comes this gigantic truck that blew through the stop sign and literally almost
Died.
could have been really, really bad. Yeah.
But there was no accident. It didn't happen.
Luckily, there was no accident.
That's
That's
scary.
terrifying, dude.
Yeah, and in the terror and the excitement of the moment, I peed myself a little bit.
For real?
What's a little bit?
A lot of it.
Please tell me you were in like black pants or something. You wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah, I was wearing dark pants, but it was a little chilly outside, and I had the car kind of warmed up for both of us, so I had my heater.
I hate to break this
So
to
wait,
you.
are you saying that it stunk?
Yeah, I think it probably created a bit of an aroma.
Oh.
The good news was we got out unscathed. We got to the restaurant, and I got our table right away, which is a great time. It was a busy restaurant. We walked right in.
Good that it was busy.
I don't think this is good. Why wouldn't you just say, you know what, I'm really shaken by that. Can we do this another time?
Because men don't get shaken, Brooke.
He literally just peed his pants.
Yeah,
I mean,
men
what?
finish the date wet pants and all.
Thank
Oh
you,
my God.
Jeffrey.
Go home is what I'm saying.
No, he's going
My
hard.
pants were actually not that wet, so it was mostly my underwear that took in the brunt of the...
It was a piddle. I get it.
Or it's an extra absorbent underwear.
Ooh, yeah. What's the brand?
And I know that they have like scented baby powder in the men's room, so like I made a beeline right for the restroom.
Nice.
And so what I did was I went in the stall, I took my pants up, I took my underwear off, and I asked the attendant to ask the busboy for a doggy bag for me.
What?
Why wouldn't you just throw them away? You're going to put the dirty underwear in a doggy bag?
No. These are my lucky underwear.
Because you put them
Clearly.
on for the date. Oh, my God.
Clearly, they're lucky. You almost died.
Oh, that's funny.
But I get that. I have a pair of lucky underwear. I would
do
like,
I.
even if I soiled it, I would not part with it.
I feel the same, bro.
This is a thing.
Yeah.
Anytime I have a big show coming up, I wear my lucky
You should try
underwear.
moving on from the Costco pack of 20 granny panties, Brooke. I'm telling you, it's going to change your life.
If
But anyway.
she's wearing anything.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So,
it was a good
Andrew,
day.
you saved your underwear, and then you
Yeah.
went back to the date?
Yes.
Oh
So
my God.
I got the underwear in the doggy bag. I go back to the table. Everything was totally fine. We had a great time. It was amazing. And then, we didn't finish our food, so we got some of it packed up. We drove home.
Oh,
There was
no.
never a mention of any of it. But when I drop her off at her house, she took the wrong doggy bag.
Oh, no.
Good Lord.
Yeah, one of them had the food, and one of them had my lucky underwears.
Did you know it at the time?
I didn't know it until I was on my way, driving away, and I called her. She didn't answer.
Oh, no.
So I pulled over and I texted, "Whatever you do, Caroline, do not open the doggy bag."
Oh, no. They
That's-
had your pee panties in them.
Of course, she's going to open that.
Yeah.
Dude, if she called you back, have you heard anything? Or did she pass out from the smell?
I haven't heard a thing.
You are a mess.
Dude, this is bad.
You've given us a
Yeah.
challenge today, Andrew, and you know what? We're going to rise to the challenge.
Do we
Okay.
have to?
At the very least, I need my lucky underwear back.
Okay.
It's a reconnaissance mission, if nothing else.
I could be collateral in this, but
We don't have to lead with that.
okay.
Okay.
We'll save it. But first, we'll play a song, we'll come back, we'll call Caroline, and we'll try and get you your second date update, okay?
Oh, thank you.
Hold on. Oh, young love. So much beauty in it. There's laughter, the gorgeous weather, and the scent of urine wafting through the air. And
Gross.
that's what we're talking about today with a guy named Andrew. And I'm being serious about the urine. It was wafting,
Yeah.
but it was not his fault. Isn't that right, Andrew?
What?
Yeah.
You peed yourself.
Yeah, but it wasn't his fault. I will
No.
back him on that one. Not his fault.
Because while Andrew was driving to the restaurant, he had a near accident with a truck, which frightened him, and it forced a little bit of
A real
urine
accident.
to come out. But the weird part of the night was that at the very end of the evening, his date Caroline took out a doggy bag of what she thought was her leftover food, but it actually had Andrew's soiled underwear inside of it.
Oh.
Sorry, his lucky soiled underwear.
Yeah.
He didn't throw it away because it is his lucky pair. Now, Andrew, when we call Caroline, I just want you to know I'm not going to mention the underwear thing.
What? You have to.
No.
Yeah, she opened the
It's-
doggy bag. It was at her house.
We don't know if she's opened it yet. She just took the doggy bag in, and it's not our place to do that. We've gotten in trouble before for oversharing on these second dates and revealing something that they didn't know about.
I'm sorry. You really think she didn't open it? She could smell it. He was acting weird.
And not only
when someone says, all caps, do not open that no matter what, you have to. Your curiosity will kill you.
You were under contract to open it at that point.
Peek.
Yes.
Just a peek.
I'm not going to mention it, okay, Andrew, because you know what? You and I have something called trust. And I know that Brooke and Jose may not trust you or trust Caroline, but I do.
Yeah, I think we did bond on the lucky underwear topic.
Yeah.
You and Jeffrey did.
Here's the thing, Andrew. You went wrong the first time by not aborting the date once you peed yourself, okay? Now you just have to lay it all out there. She's going to understand.
I was actually trying to own up to it that night, but she didn't answer any of my calls or texts.
Oh, that's right.
So whatever you guys can do to help me is great.
Okay, well, let's dial her phone number right now and see if we can get you your second date update. You ready?
Yeah, I won't say anything.
Okay. Well,
thank you.
You will have to say something eventually. But...
Yeah.
You just let me know when I can, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I give you permission. All right, here we go.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Caroline, please?
This is Caroline.
Hi, Caroline. My name's Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. You have a moment to talk with us?
Sorry, wait, what?
I'm from a radio show that's called Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning, and we're calling you today because we're doing something called a second date update.
Okay.
And now you're on it, too.
All right.
Okay?
It's fun. We just try to have a good time.
Yeah. If you go out on a date with someone and afterwards, if that person isn't calling you back, you can email our show and we'll get in touch with them for you to figure out the reason why. And so the guy that wants to get in touch with you, his name is Andrew.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And Andrew told us a little bit about your date that night when you went to the Italian restaurant. And he thought he had a really good time with you and that you guys connected. But he isn't 100% sure why you're not calling him back. And he'd like to get an answer on that.
Okay, well, at the start, I thought that he seemed like a good guy.
You're talking about at the barbecue where you met?
Yeah, he seemed nice at the barbecue, but now I think that maybe he was a different sort of guy than what my first impression was.
Yeah. Did he do something? It sounds like you think he's a bad dude now. Am I reading that right?
I guess I just had like a gut feeling, and then something later like kind of proved that to be true.
Okay. Can you elaborate?
He tried to do this really weird like sexual thing to me.
Whoa.
When?
Well, he wasn't like present.
Okay.
When I came home, he had given me a bag like with his T-Rex underwear in it.
Oh no. Did you say T-Rex?
Yeah, they had like little T-Rexes on them.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay.
Awesome.
That is so embarrassing.
Cool.
How'd that make you feel?
Well, it was just creepy. Like I don't know what he did with them or like in them.
Yeah.
So they like kind of smelled, and then he like kept trying to call me, which is even creepier.
I mean, Caroline, I understand. I would have been totally freaked out. I would have even been scared if some dude gave me his underwear in a bag. But
yeah, I definitely thought it was sort of suggestive, like, here are your leftovers. Come get some more if you want them.
Oh, that's not at all what
I
he
mean,
meant.
but it makes sense. But it's not what he meant, Caroline.
No, we know for a fact that's not what he
Oh
was
my
trying to
gosh.
say.
How do you know what he meant? I mean, did he tell you guys about it?
Yeah, he told us a little bit about it, but I feel like it would be best coming directly from him.
Yes.
Because he actually is on the other line listening, and he wants to talk to you.
No, wait, he's actually on the other line?
It's not weird. We promise we would not do this.
You've got to hear him out. I would not let you talk to some creep who's giving you dirty underwear.
None
I
of us
promise.
would. It's actually really funny.
Andrew, you there?
Yeah. Hey, Caroline.
Hi.
I cannot believe that I made you think that about me. This is a huge misunderstanding. That I in no way was trying to do some weird pervy thing. I swear.
Okay, well then what are you saying you were doing?
Okay, so
Oh my God, you're so embarrassed, and I don't blame you. It's so
yeah,
embarrassing.
So you remember on our way to the restaurant when we almost got hit by that truck?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I did some pretty decent maneuvering in the car, and we got out of that situation alive.
Real hero.
Yeah, it was a Fast and the Furious type situation, and you were Vin Diesel.
Yeah, thanks
You're
for
welcome.
the assist there, but I am not used to being in that kind of situation, and nothing like this has ever happened to me before. But my reaction physically was uncontrollable peeing. So while we were in that situation, I had an accident.
Yeah. That doesn't explain why you gave me your underwear in a bag.
Yeah, it doesn't still. Isn't that sad?
Yeah, you're going to have to finish that story there, Andrew.
Yeah.
We went to the restaurant. I immediately went to the bathroom. I took those underwear off, and I put them in a doggy bag.
Oh. Why didn't you throw them away? Great.
Because they're my lucky underwear, and they're special to me, and I didn't want to lose them.
See?
What adult has lucky underwear?
That's what I said,
No,
Caroline.
excuse
but
me.
listen, all the guys that work on the show have lucky underwear. I didn't believe it either, but they all stand by it.
Are they all like dinosaur themed?
No.
No, mine are checkered.
What?
Plaid, whatever that's
Jeffrey, you got skateboards on yours? Were
No,
you
I
working
say
with
they're
Ninja Turtles?
they're all white Calvin Kleins, but that's not the point. The point is, Caroline, that you weren't meant to get the underwear. It was an accident. That's what I think Andrew was building up towards.
Yeah. So I put my underwear in the doggy bag. You brought your food home. You were supposed to go home with your food. I was supposed to go home with my lucky drawers.
And you were never supposed to find out.
You weren't. And here we are now. And I just, I'd love another chance.
All right.
We
so
did it. Big weight off our
So we all
shoulders.
good now, Caroline?
You get it.
I don't think I believe you. Like, let's say that you did like exactly what I thought you did, which is this like creepy, suggestive gesture. Don't you think that it would be like kind of a great way like to cover that up by like calling a radio station and making up this absurd story?
But the accident, you were in it. You were almost in the accident, right? That really happened.
I mean, I see what you're saying, Carolyn, and I know that we're all jaded out there, but why would he call in and just humiliate himself on the radio?
Well,
like that's an embarrassing story.
No, it's less humiliating than being a creeper.
He
who
wet
likes to
him. He wet himself, and he wears T-Rex underwear. Like, if he wanted to pull a sexy move, I'm hoping that wouldn't be his underwear of choice.
The whole thing is, we're getting off point here, Caroline. He did not mean for you to get that underwear. That was a total accident. He even sent you a text message telling you not to open it.
And called you.
And you disobeyed him anyway. Now, with that being said, would you like to go on a second date? We'll pay for it.
Look,
Caroline,
maybe...
you remember me opening the windows after the accident? It was really cold outside, but I had the windows open. You remember that?
That's true.
And what if he agrees to not wear any underwear on the next date, so that way you couldn't get a weird gift from him?
I will do whatever Caroline says, but yes, I can go commando.
Okay. All right, Caroline, come on.
in case.
Okay, I will go. But I swear to God, if I get home and any of your articles of clothing have made it into my car, that's that. Don't try calling a radio show to get another date again.
It's fair.
That is a deal.
Okay.
And I want you to know that I think you're a very special person.
Aww.
So you are worth all of this. So let's try to start fresh, and maybe we'll just have a funny story to tell down the line.
All right. Well, successful second date update.
Yay!
Congratulations, Andrew.
Thank you. Thank you, Caroline.
Prove me wrong, all right?
Definitely. And Andrew, what you just said before was definitely not creepy at all.
But what part?
Exactly.
Moving 92.5.
Need LASIK? Trust the experienced team at the LASIK Center at Evergreen Eye Center. No glasses, no contacts, no limits. What will you do? LASIK at evergreen.com.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
The woman on the phone for a second date update today refers to herself as a cougar.
Oh.
But apparently, one of the cubs has left the den, and Mama needs to find him. That's why she's on the phone for a second date update. Her name is Patty. What's up, Patty?
Hi.
Hey.
Whoa, Patty, are you excited about that intro?
That was a really good intro.
Okay, so you embrace all of this.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right. Well, tell us about the cub that's run away from you and that you need to track down. What's his name?
His name's Martin. He's in his early 20s, and I met him online.
I love cougars because the first thing they always bring up is age.
Yeah.
What's your guys' age gap?
Well, I will say roughly that I'm over 10 years older than him.
Nice.
Okay, good.
Significantly so. I'm not going to be specific because a lady never tells.
Okay.
All right. So you met him online, and what did you guys do when you met up?
Well, we met him at a bar. I mean, it was really cute. He was carded because I was next to him. I was carded too. I'm normally not. So I thought that was adorable. And he was just like, he was this cute little cub. And we talked about like, going to the gym and stuff. We joked around because I don't know. I thought it was hilarious because I think it's ridiculous when people get on the elliptical and put on like the lowest level. And then they look like they're flying on the elliptical because they're not actually supposed to.
Yeah, they're just going super fast.
Yeah, it looks so stupid. And we just like laughed about gym stuff. And we found out that we actually go to the same gym.
Wow.
Okay, wait, though. Can we rewind just a second? It sounds like you were turned on that he was carded because he looks so young. Like, how young do you like your men?
I mean, legal.
Yeah.
That sounds a good thing.
Okay. Do you guys have things in common? Like, besides the gym, did you find other common ground?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. We both like having fun. We like to
Both like having fun.
I mean, zip lining, bungee jumping, stuff like that. Like,
Okay.
definitely like the fun stuff, going on, vacation. And
All right. So you're pretty interested in him.
yeah, absolutely. He's a lot of fun. He's really funny. He was really, really cute.
And he was cool with your age difference?
Yeah. I mean, he did know that I was older going into it, but, he was a little bit reluctant. I mean, he was a little shy and maybe a little nervous, but, I made him feel at home, made the cub feel comfortable.
Well, it doesn't sound like you made him feel comfortable enough because now he's not calling you back.
Touche. I mean, we did talk about kids. He asked me if I had any kids, and I told him I didn't, and I wasn't interested in having them.
Uh-huh.
I don't know, maybe that might have been too early to have that conversation,
Right.
and maybe that made it a little awkward.
Or maybe he's looking for a partner and he's not just looking for a fun night out. I mean, maybe a partner that wants to have kids with him. I'm sorry. You can have partners without kids, but you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. I think that's totally legitimate. I do, but he's so young.
Right.
Did you talk to him that way too? I'm sure you're so young. You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know what you want, do you?
You don't know what you want. Well, I try to keep it fun. I try to keep it simple because, sure, you might be looking for Miss Forever and settling down and whatever, but I mean, like, you haven't found her yet, which means that you're single till then, and we could have fun in the meantime.
Okay.
And I could teach him a lot. I mean, I have experience. I mean, I'd be a great teacher.
Oh, you
Okay.
mean like teach him in the bed? Okay.
Hey.
Oh, I mean, I can teach him in any room.
Not just the bedroom. Okay. That's awesome. I like you, Patty. All right. Well, how did everything end with you and Martin?
Well, after like the bar and everything, he walked me to my car, and I thought that he was having a great time, especially because like right then we started making out, and it was
you
hot.
did?
It was
Yeah.
awesome.
That's good.
Yeah,
It was passionate. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
And like I kind of was like, hey, well then why don't you just like come over? You can check out my place, and we can start our first lesson.
Did you say that?
No, but I was just like thinking about it.
Okay.
Like young guys are so inexperienced, and I can help them out with that.
So what did he say to that? Did he go back to your place?
Well, no, he actually kind of got a little bit more nervous, and I just don't think that he was ready because he was just like, but this is our first date. And I was like, well, it's really not that big of a deal because I want to establish what I want this to be immediately.
Right.
Which is fun. And that's what I like. That's what I think any guy would like, especially no strings attached, no pressure. So we had another date set, and he canceled like a couple hours before. And I kind of feel frustrated because I just don't think he realizes the benefits of like, dating a cougar.
Yeah. And there's the teaching. There's the teaching that you can do.
There's definitely the teaching.
All right. Well,
Definitely
the teaching.
We will play a song, and then we'll come back and call him and get your second date update, okay?
Great.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Welcome back to today's second date update. As the regal cougar waits in the midst for the young doe to come lapping at the lake so she can pounce on him and make him her love slave.
Wow.
I'm talking, of course, about Patty, who's on the phone. She's a cougar, and apparently she went out with a cub the other day, but this dude is now not calling her back. They went out to a bar. They had fun, some drinks, everything else. She actually invited him back to her place at the end of the night, and he said no, but they did schedule another date, but he canceled shortly before, and now he's not getting back to her. She thinks that he might be scared because she can teach him all sorts of new things that he might not be ready to learn yet. All right. Patty, you ready to get him on the phone?
Yep.
And have you had timid students before, Patty?
Yeah, absolutely. Usually I can get them pretty comfortable pretty fast if they give me a chance.
Okay. And so you're not going to be heartbroken if he doesn't want to go out with you. You just want a shot.
Well, I think he's kind of special. Definitely stands out from the other pubs I've gone out with.
Okay.
That's good.
So, I would really like to have an opportunity to spend more time with him. So, I would be disappointed, maybe a little hurt if it didn't work out, but we'll see.
Okay.
All right.
We'll call him right now and then see if we can get you another date. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Martin, please?
This is Martin.
Hey, Martin, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Okay, can you guys take me off your list? I'm sorry, I get these calls all the time.
No, I don't think you get these calls all the time. Martin? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, it's not a telemarketing call.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Who are you guys with?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning. It's a radio show.
Oh.
Yeah, how you doing?
Okay, I'm doing good. This is
So anyway, got a survey. I got a survey. Wondering if you can take that real quick for us.
He's kidding. Martin, he's kidding. Don't hang up.
Okay.
Martin, the reason we're calling is because we do a segment on our show. It's called the Second Date Update. And you went out with somebody who listens to our show recently.
What?
Her name is Patty.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, and Patty told us a little bit about your date. She said that she liked you a lot, but apparently you canceled on her before you guys were supposed to go out again, and now you're not really getting back to her.
What? Okay.
Is that not true?
I mean, yeah, that did happen, yes.
Were you planning on getting back to Patty and rescheduling and actually going out with her?
I mean, to be honest, no, not really.
Was there like a specific reason, or do you just not feel it?
I mean, this is really weird. I'm sorry. I mean, it's kind of a personal thing, to be honest. Like, I don't even think she'd really want me to share with you guys, so.
Well, I can understand that, but she also asked us to make this phone call, and we tell everybody who does one of these second date updates that they have to be prepared to hear whatever it is the person on the other line says. So,
yeah,
do you mind telling us? Because she's just confused.
Oh, she asked you guys? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, she wants you to share. Whatever you think she doesn't want you to share, she wants you to share that.
Mm-hmm. Well, all right. Well, okay, she's like a little older. I don't know if you guys know, like how much you guys know, but
yeah, she's very proud that she's a cougar.
Mm-hmm. She's over 10 years old.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay, so she's kind of giving you a little. Well, yeah, and I'm frankly just kind of worried she won't be able to keep up. If you know what I mean.
Like on a hike? What do you mean?
Well, no, not a hike. Maybe a hike too, but just like. Every day, kind of in general, maybe some bedroom stuff, how. So
what? Wait, hold up. How old is Patty? Do you think that she's like 75?
Is she elderly?
I mean, I know she's a lot older than me, and I'm in my early 20s. So there's a big difference between pace, energy, and all that stuff.
Right.
So.
Okay. So you just think that you're too young for her because she won't be able to keep up with you.
Exactly. Yeah, for sure.
So,
Have you dated any women that are older than you before?
Yeah, I have, and that's actually how I know it didn't work out for that reason. And she said, everything would be fine, and she was so excited about it and everything. And it's just like, it's kind of terrible how that happened, and so I don't want that to happen again with her.
So wait, you dated a woman that just got too tired in bed?
Things were really great for the first 2 weeks, but then after that, she just kind of started falling off, and things were less frequent and less energetic, less enthusiastic.
Oh, my God.
Like, yeah.
All right. Well, Martin, I have a feeling that Patty's going to disagree with you, but we should just ask her about that because she's actually on the other line listening and wants to talk to you.
Wait, what?
Hi, Martin.
Are you freaking kidding
How you
me
doing,
right now?
Surprise.
Yeah, so this is all
Hey.
just set up, I guess, huh? Okay.
Yeah,
That's good.
pretty much.
Well, you weren't getting back to me, so I did kind of want to find out. And I get your concern, but this is something I can definitely put. You can put your fears aside, sir. Between my Pilates, yoga, and weightlifting, it wasn't too long ago that I could still hang on to the ceiling fan. So I don't think that you have anything to worry about.
There you go, Martin.
I can't keep up with Patty.
I'm telling you, I'm in the best shape I've been in my entire life. I could outperform myself in my 20s, 30s easily today.
Girl?
What do you have to say to that, Martin?
All right, but you say this now, you say you're going to have a ton of energy now, and everything's going to go great. But I mean, the reality is you're not in your early 20s anymore. And that's exactly what happened with my ex. And so I just don't want that to happen again. And that's what she said. She made all these promises and everything, and it just wasn't great. So
I mean, I don't know what crotchety old lady that you used to date, but I'm not anybody's grandma. Okay.
Yeah, and that ceiling fan, though, Martin.
Yeah.
That ceiling fan comment does nothing for you?
I mean, okay, yeah, it did for sure. But I mean, she's just like my ex. She's talking a big game. It's just talk, and there was no, and I'm just really skeptical that she can back that up.
I have a feeling it's a challenge that she's ready for.
Exactly. I mean, it's something that I'm definitely ready for, but maybe this is something that you're not ready for. Maybe this isn't about me. Maybe you're putting it all on me and you're actually, I don't know, intimidated or threatened.
Yeah, what are you, chicken, Marty? You scared, Marty?
Okay,
good
so
point.
This is classic. You're trying to spin this around on me as if I'm not the energetic one and I'm not ready for what you have to handle. What? That doesn't make any sense.
It does, though. It does, though. If you've slept with a guy who's in his early 20s and if you've slept with a guy that's a little bit older than that, it does make sense.
Oh, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, experience makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, and a lot of guys can be very easily threatened by having to do more than just lay there. So, I mean, if that's something that you're into, then maybe we're not going to work out.
What the hell, Patty? I can absolutely bring the power.
Bring the power?
I mean, this is another one of your manipulative ways. I know that you're just trying to get me riled up. Of course, I have the energy in me, but it is kind of, insulting.
Well, I mean,
that
that remains to be seen.
Yeah.
There is no proof.
All you're saying is words, Marty.
Yeah.
Where's the power?
What
Yeah.
if you're just like her ex, okay, that couldn't bring it?
What are y'all talking about? All she's saying are just words. I can actually prove it.
Oh, okay. Well, then, Martin, how about you prove it? Would you like to go out on a second date with Patty? We will pay for it.
All right, here's the deal. Patty, so you're saying that if we do this, 2 weeks come, you're going to, the fire's going to still go, and you're not going to be worn out after a while.
Hey, I mean, as long as you bring the tinder, I've got the gasoline.
Oh, my God. Dude, is this a second date update or Brooke and Jubal's brothel experience? I feel like we're pimps right now.
I could have hooked up with her the first night when we hung out, and I didn't. And that was because I got the sense that she was a little, slower, I guess, older maybe. And I don't know. So if you're going to talk a big game like that and you're ready to bring the fire and, you're actually giving this a fight. You actually called this radio station to get a hold of me. So, sure, yeah, let's make this work.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, sweetie. Well, that's awesome. We'll meet up. Just make sure that you bring the Gatorade so that you can keep your strength up, okay?
Make sure get those electrolytes in, Martin.
I feel like it needs an energy bar.
Yeah, it's a successful second date update.
Cool.
Congratulations, both you guys.
All right, thanks, guys.
Wow.
I don't know what that was, Patty, but all I know is I'm going to go take a cold shower now.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Got a text in at 78592. Well, lots of texts in that kind of say the same thing. If Patty ends up getting tired of Martin, they'd be willing to take it for a test run. If you missed today's second date update, Patty, she calls herself a cougar, and she's proud of it. She wanted to call Martin, a dude who's a lot younger than her, because he wasn't calling back after they went out on a date. We got him on the phone, and the reason that he wasn't calling her back was because he felt that he was too young and she couldn't keep up.
Yeah.
And not like he walks faster than her, like she couldn't keep up in the bedroom. And then she made a lot of comments about how he can't keep up in the bedroom.
She basically patted on him. She basically patted him on the head and said, "That's cute, honey."
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's sweet.
I feel like it was reverse psychology on both of them. It's like, no, I'm crazy. No, I'm crazy in bed. Oh, you want to find out?
Yeah, whatever is going to happen is not going to be safe because both of them are going to be trying to prove a point. So good job for those guys because we haven't had a couple actually go out for a second date in a while. We've had a lot of people turn each other down, but
it's going to be steamy.
They are.
I mean,
they're getting together
are we
for a
really
second
going to
date.
pay for a dinner on this one? Because I don't even know that they need that.
Yeah.
Hospital bills.
Yeah.
We'll pay for the hospital bills after one of them sprains an ankle for sure. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back. It is Friday, so Young Jeffrey's Song of the Week is coming up at 8:10.